You guys enjoyed your weekend. I enjoyed mine. As far as injuries, guys, we got some guys coming back. Obviously, before you can rule them in or out, practice is always important. So I can inform you guys more on Wednesday about the injuries, okay? Questions?
Who do you expect to be back at practice on Wednesday?
Well, I'm hoping for our Darren Stewart to be back. Deshaun Hamilton, Royce Freeman, those guys. Roby. So obviously the time that we had over the break and the time those guys missed was obviously good for the injuries, so they should be back, hopefully working Wednesday.
You looked at the film from the first half of the season over the bye week. What trend stood out to you most?
I think offensively, I think we have to obviously start faster and score more points early. I mean, obviously being better in the red zone, being better on third downs. The numbers don't lie there. I think defensively, we had a couple games where, we didn't stop the run. Our nickel run defense wasn't very good. Our base run defense was really good, but obviously taking the ball away more, helping our team that way. We need more of that. And on special teams, our return units have to get better. So there's a lot of things that we watched and saw that we can get better at, obviously.
Coming out of the bye, you had that game against the Giants.
Sure.
Season changing, right? Well, what needs to change this time as you guys come out of the bye?
Well, I think last year was a lot different. It was an early bye last year. I think week 4 or 5. It was last year. I think this year our team's different, Nikki. It's later in the season. I think last year has no effect on this year, honestly. Our goal is to get better. Just to go back and kind of see what we've done well and what we haven't done well, and to fix those things that we hadn't done well. That's the purpose of the bye, and obviously to get some guys back off of injury.
You and Case talked last week about how it takes time for a play caller and a quarterback to learn each other. Is that common to take maybe a half a year, with a veteran guy?
I think it's very common. I think it's very common to take some time with those things. You're just trying to figure out your football team. It's those two guys obviously, have to be on the same page, but it takes the line and the backs and the receivers also. So it's an entire unit trying to gel, over a time frame. But obviously we can get better, offensively. And I thought Case played one of his best games last week, and I'm looking forward to watching him play this week.
You say you need to score more points early in games. Does that mean just better execution at the start, or does that mean more interesting play calling? Or?
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Simple as that. Score more points. Whatever it takes.
So tough to win AFC West road games for this team now, where it wasn't for the better part. Well, I mean, Peyton's here, I get it, but why is it so tough to win an AFC West road games right now?
Right now, I can't speak for 5-10 years ago, Troy. I wasn't here. But it's tough to win any road game in this league. This division's tough. You got the Chiefs twice. You got the Chargers twice. You got Oakland twice. It's all tough places to play. They all got good football teams, and I think every coach would tell you in each division it's tough to win, divisional games because they mean so much to everyone. So it's no different here. Obviously this team we're playing this week is a hot football team. They've won 6 straight. The quarterback's playing at a high level, so it's going to be a challenge for us.
Slowing down some of the other teams that you played on those winning streak, the Chiefs, the Rams, the Texans. What's the key to kind of finishing that off?
Well, just winning. You said it. We played some of the better teams close, but there's no moral victories in this league. We want to finish and win these games. And again, we welcome the challenge of playing the best teams, and we've had our chances with 3 or 4 of them. So we are battle tested, and our team won't shy away. We're going to have a great week and go play and see what happens.
How is DeMarcus Walker taking advantage of his opportunity the last 3 games, and can he have a bigger role moving forward?
He's done a fine job. He plays hard. In his role, he probably played about 10 snaps total in each game, and he plays hard. And we're hoping to get him more inside rushes so he can do what he does best, and that's rush the pass from the 3 technique position. But he's a hard worker. He's a young player, and he's improving.
A.J. Johnson in position, health-wise, playbook-wise, where he could be a factor on defense in the second half?
Well, we're hoping. He had his first chance to dress last week, and he did a good job on teams. But we're hoping with more time, he can catch the playbook and he can help us on defense. He's obviously a big body, and he's a really good tackler. So hopefully with time he can help us.
Harmon's helped you out a lot in the run game and last week in the pass game. What have you liked about his development over the last couple of years?
I haven't really impressed with him this year, especially because he's worked so hard to get to this point. He's been one of our better players each week. He's been very, very consistent in the running game and the pass game. You said it, and he's making big plays for us. He's making difficult catches. He's a matchup problem for safeties right now because of that big body. So, I mean, he's done a fine job. So hopefully he continue to get better and keep helping us on offense.
As you met the team coming off the bye, did you have a theme to your message going forward?
Not really a theme, Mike. You know, we've got seven weeks to go. You can't win all seven in one weekend. So, you know, my message to the team is small focus. You know, focus each day on meetings and practice and one game at a time. You know, that's our message to the team. Is small focus.
The bye week is time to look back and reflect. It's also time to look forward.
Sure.
I just want to know, after a year and a half, what have you learned about yourself as Broncos head coach?
Myself as the Broncos head coach, I think I hadn't changed much. You know, I'm the same guy, you know, who I've been my entire life. But I think as a Broncos head coach, you know, I just want to win more games. You know, that's the bottom line. That's the business we're in. And, you know, we're all judged on winning football games, you know, and as far as my personality, I hadn't changed much, and I won't change, the good or bad. I'll be the same guy, and that's who I am. So, but I want to win more games, you know, for our coaches and our players and our city. That's my goal. I want to win more games for us.
You're up and need to play desperate football.
Yeah.
You sense that the guys in the locker room feel that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, our team is desperate. You know, when you watch us play, we do play a desperate brand of football. I told the guys, hope can't be your strategy. You know, you can't hope to win. You can't lucking to win in NFL games. It's too hard, you know. So we have to play better football. We have to score more points early and play dominant defense. You know, that's our brand of football. You know, so hope can't be your strategy. You got to play better.
Talk about the offense early in games. Our team's just doing a good job scouting you coming in and to what's on your
I
script.
think everyone does that. You know, I think the first 15 to 20 plays of the game, man, you can tell right away if your plan's pretty good, you know, if your plan's not good, you know, or if it's player error. You know, in my experience in this league, in that first 15 to 20 plays, you can tell right away, okay, if your plan's good, if your team match up well, you just know, you know. So I think in the first 15 to 20 on both sides of the ball, you know, we have to play better football. Last week against the Texans, the first drive, they score on us. Now, we had some player error in that drive, you know, that we can't have. But offensively, we didn't get our first down into almost the second quarter. You know, so we can't have droughts like that and expect to win games.
Being on winning games, though, you have this bye week. You personally, do you take some time to get away from football, do something that gives your life balance, or is it more?
I'm ready to go. No, I'm fine. I'm ready to go. I'm not tired. You know, I'm ready to go back to work and help our team win games. I think most of our players feel the same way. You know, when you're desperate to win, I don't think being tired gets in the way. You know, so I'm ready to go.
Game without Demaryius Thomas, how much of it was an adjustment for Emmanuel Sanders? Did he change spots on the field too? And did you see what you wanted to see out of him?
Yeah. He didn't change spots on the field. I mean, he still played his own position. Obviously, Courtland played the Z. He played the X. But as far as what he's done for us the last week and a half has been pretty cool to see. You know, as far as him being a leader in that room and watching him at practice with those young guys, how he pushes them and kind of drags them along. So I've been really proud of him. You know, and obviously watching him play. I mean, he plays on fire every weekend. So it has not really affected his play or his status on our football team at all.
Made about Philip Lindsay's size coming into the season, but as you watched him now, is there any reason to think he can't finish strong and have the same kind of workload?
No, it's been 2 months and he's been healthy. I mean, he's a shifty runner, so he has not taken direct contact except for Kareem Jackson last weekend in the flat. That was his first big hit he's taken. But I mean, he's a durable guy. I mean, he's got great flexibility. Doesn't take direct contact. He runs behind his pads, and he's a really, really good inside runner. So it's been 2 months. It's not a fluke. It is what it is. He's a pretty good football player.
Anything else? Okay.
Thank you, guys. All right.